Alright, what's up everybody? Today, I'm going to be showing you the new best money spot in the game. And I ran a money test at this spot, and it is absolutely insane. Hold on. And I ran this money test with Halibut Harpoon, because I didn't have Starforge Spirit and stuff on my other rods. And I just make the most money with this rod. And I didn't want to go grab Starforge Spirit on Noiseform. So what I'm doing is I made $84 million an hour at this new money spot. And that is also around $15 to $20 million every single night. And that is with Shell of Depth, Lucky Potion, normal Lucky Potion, by the way, the Relic Construct with Invincible and Cosmic, All Seasons Potion, Aurora, and also, that's practically it. So this is all the stuff that I used, except from All Season, so just use All Season. The place where this is you have to go to Everturn Forest, and it was added this very update, alright? And just follow me to where it is. Alright, and we are in the spot. Alright, so this place has a fish called the Umbral Matrix. Alright, this Umbral Matrix has such a good base value. A normal one is only $21,000. Look at this. 1.1 million for a shiny giant Hadal, 1 million for shiny giant Paradise. This is like the best money spot by far. I've already made $100 million from farming here. They also have the seasonal glass, which is really good, $475,000 without even any shiny or sparkling. So this spot is really good. They also have the cuttlefish, which is alright. It can still make you some money. So mainly what you want to go for is the Umbral Matrix, and you want to keep the cuttlefishes. And you also want to keep seasonal glass. And you can make around $15 to $20 million an hour at this spot with Halibut Harpoon, with Starforge Spirit, Sanctified, Paradise, boosted by 18%. This place is like super OP, and it's super easy to pull the Umbral Matrix, especially with all your luck boosts. Hold on. Oh yeah, the legendary here also sells for pretty good. It's the Leopard short. Yeah, they go for around 150,000 if you get them pretty good. Alright, so let's pop an Aurora. Alright, so one Aurora, you can already just pull the secret with Halibut Harpoon. It's crazy. It is actually so insane. And look at that, I just caught a giant chaotic Umbral Matrix. And that Umbral Matrix was literally 300 grand just for giant and chaotic and no sparkling. Just for that. This is a shiny Hadal as well. A shiny Hadal cuttlefish. How much does this guy you go for? It was the most money. Well, I just got the best one. It was 269 grand just for a cuttlefish. Dude, this place makes you so much money. Oh my. I made so much money here just farming. Yeah, you can make around $15 to $20 million per night. Each night is around 12 minutes, 30 seconds. So, if you just farm here for an hour, you could probably make at least $84 million average. $84 million average is like 20 million more than the current what the previous best money spot is. I will be trying Noiseform, and I will be trying Olympian Godbreaker. So, I'll see you back whenever I try those two rods out. Alright, Noiseform time. I got Starforge Spirit and Sanctified on Noiseform, and it's boosted by 5%. Alright, so I just finished up at Astral Cavern in Everturn Forest, and I made... Alright, so let's check the Leo. Alright, so the best one that I caught with Noiseform was around $67,000. And I got 2 of them. Alright, so now the cuttlefish, I got a $250,000 cuttlefish. Wow, wait, no, wait, hold on. That ain't my most valuable. Hold up, chill. Hold up. My shiny giant rhythmic leopard shark was the best legendary I got. Alright, so the best mythic I got was the giant soul-torn sparkling cuttlefish, and it is $250,000. That's wild. Alright, now time for the seasonal glass. I got a lot of these. Alright, so I got one that is $467,000. And I got a lot that are around 300,000. So that's crazy. Now time for the umbrals. Alright, so I got a $880,000 umbral matrix, and I got a lot of them. So I made around 18 to $23 million a night here, which is really crazy. And that means the average per hour is... Alright, so the average amount of money you would make each hour here is $98.4 million. So that is like... So that's around $14 million more than Halibut Harpoon at this spot with Noiseform. And I don't even know if I did all the buffs that I could possibly get. And average per day, average night cycle, you can make around $20.5 million each night. Let's see what we can do with Olympian Godbreaker at the Everturn Forest Astral Cavern. Alright, so I just finished up with Olympian Godbreaker, and I 100% believe that this topped off of Noiseform. Alright, so the Leopard, the best Leopard we got was this one right here, and it was $85,000. It was a giant Gravitas Leopard. Alright. I also got... Alright, what was the best cuttlefish we got? I got a $261,000 cuttlefish. So that beat the Noiseform by around... by 11k. Not that bad. Alright. Alright, now this is where it gets big. The seasonal glass, it got a lot of these. Alright. So I got... The best seasonal glass we got was 234 grand, but we got a lot of seasonal glasses. Alright, the umbral were like crazy, but they aren't on the tops. This one was 671,000, but I got a lot closer to the bottom. So with Olympian Godbreaker, I made at least around 12 to $18 million. So that also means, alright, hold up, 12 to $18 million a day. So 12 to 18 million would be around... Alright, so these numbers really shocked me. So, this rod makes around $15 million average per night only. So it, per hour, you would make $72 million an hour. And that makes this rod last, even though it really looked like it had the upper hand advantage, but it really didn't in the end. So I guess let me get a chart of the money. Alright, so this is what I concluded after all the tests. So Noiseform makes around $20.5 million every night. So that'd be $98 million an hour. Alright, each night is 12.5 minutes, alright. So, yes, Noiseform caps out at the top at $98 million per hour, right? Then we have Halibut Harpoon in second, making around $17.5 million per night. So, put that times this number, and you get around $84 million an hour. Now with Godbreaker, you would get around $15 million a night, 12.5 minutes, and you would get around $72 million per hour. So, also, I'd like to add that if Migu Rod was on this list, which it ain't, because sadly I am, the largemouth bass quest really got me tripping, so I never got Migu Rod. So, I believe that if I had Migu Rod, it would probably be around $100 million plus above Noiseform, but that's just because it's currently the best money rod. But I'll wait for another YouTuber to post this, such as like Panic Button or Jeremy, to post some sort of video on it, but adding Migu Rod on the tier list as well, since I couldn't. But this is what I concluded. Noiseform would make you around $98 million per hour. And if you don't have Noiseform, you could always, you could even try getting Halibut. I don't know why you wouldn't get Noiseform. Maybe because by the time you're seeing this, Noiseform is out of the game. Or you could just go with Godbreaker, since both these are limited. But Migu Rod would probably solo at the very top. So if you had Migu Rod, you'd probably make a lot of money at this spot. So, that concludes this video, and make sure to like and subscribe so you can see more of my videos where I test out more of the best money spots that are inside Fisch. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye. See ya. Goodbye. Bye. I said goodbye. Bye. Bye.